Hey guys, this is Dr. Roy Gonig with the Milestone team, and today we're going to talk about breakfast. Breakfast for long distance runners. Well, the question always is breakfast the most important meal of the day or not? And the answer is, it depends. So what does it depend upon? One, yes, for many people, breakfast is the most important meal of the day because their body starts to break down the foods and use the energy in the most efficient way after a long night's sleep, where the body has gained enough energy in order to break down the food and create good metabolism through the day. For some people, they feel that breakfast makes them heavy. So the answer is, it really depends. It really depends who you are. And for most people, yes, I do believe that breakfast should be the most important meal of the day, but there are some long distance runners that find that eating early in the morning actually makes them heavier and they find it difficult. So today we're going to talk about breakfast. We're going to talk about what are the options for breakfast. We're going to talk about, is really breakfast the most important meal of the day? Do we need to find other options if we don't like to have a breakfast? And all of that and more, we're going to talk today about food, what you need, how to start your day. So often I get long distance runners asking me these questions. Well, Roy, do you have any science backing this stuff up? The answer is, well, yes. Science shows that when we start eating in the morning, when we start in the first hour of the morning, our metabolism kicks in. And then usually for most people, it also creates a good bowel movement through the day. It helps the body use the energy in the more efficient way, as opposed to starting late and eating late. But there's controversy about it, since we do see that out there are some people that actually find breakfast to be something that makes them heavy. Some people feel that after a breakfast they can do anything. And some people feel that it just doesn't really make a difference if they do have breakfast or they don't. As a long distance runner, it really depends. When is your training? When do you start your hard training? If you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is go out for a run, having a big dinner before that, having a big breakfast before that is actually not a good idea. So if you're a long distance runner that gets up in the morning and kicks out of bed to go for a run, do not have a big meal before the run. Actually have something small like a snack. So have perhaps a fruit, maybe a couple of nuts, maybe a little small smoothie, and then go out and enjoy the run. Enjoy the glucose that you just got into your body to make it bioavailable for that run. And only when you come back from the run, then you'll have the actual big breakfast. If you are running late in the evening or running through the day and you have enough time, a good breakfast will be recommended. Make sure that you have the breakfast between 2 to 3 hours at least before the long distance run. That way your body can break down the food, digest it, and then when you're running you don't feel so heavy. I was asked, well, what happens when I skip breakfast? Doesn't it affect my energy? The answer is, well, it could. So skipping breakfast, meaning going into what some people will call an intermittent fasting, or waking up and not putting any energy into the body, any calories, any sugars, any carbs into the body for a few hours, well, for some people it would work, but I find that if you are doing any exercise, especially vigorous exercise in the morning, and that is without putting any energy into the body, often you may feel fatigue. You may feel that you get tired and that your abilities decrease, and that is not so good, because our idea is to actually step up and improve our efficiency in running and improve our endurance. So you want to have enough energy in the body to do so. So if you are planning on exercising, make sure that there's at least something small that goes into your body. Mind you, if you had a big dinner the night before and you did load up on carbs, you do have enough glycogen in your body, and that will allow you to work out in the morning without adding any carbs. Okay, but I do recommend hydrating the body with some water, or maybe with even a little bit of fruit juice before you go out, so you have that quick and bioavailable energy to start your run. So, some tips about breakfast. Basically, it really depends what you like. I do recommend having complex carbohydrates, and that can come in the source of granola, it can come in oatmeal, it can come in all sorts of whole grain breakfasts, okay? So it could be buckwheat, it could be granola, it could be quinoa, it could be whole rice, depends on what is the breakfast that you like. Some people actually find it easier to start with protein and load up with carbs through vegetables. So you can have eggs, some people like to have bacon, some people like to have fish or tuna or an egg, and then add some veggies, maybe a little bit of greens, but also some cooked vegetables such as yam, carrot, etc. Other options for breakfast could actually be maybe cupcakes made of whole wheat, made of whole rice flour, quinoa flour, and some people actually like to go for the heavy meals. It depends really where you're from in the world, but some people actually like to have meat and potatoes or yams in the morning. It really depends where you're coming from in the world. The idea is that you want to feel comfortable after that meal. You want to make sure that you're getting 1, enough protein, 2, enough carbohydrates in order for your body to function better. I recommend that we separate between the animal protein and the carbohydrates that actually turn into a lot of sugar, such as potatoes, rice, pasta, bread. So you want to separate them in order to make it easier on your body to digest the food, and then it's not going to be heavy when you're running. So basically, find what you like to have. Find the way that you can use energy efficiently. Have a breakfast that suits your needs. Make sure that when you're eating a big meal, have at least 2 to 3 hours before you start your exercise in order for you not to run on a heavy tummy, okay? So I hope this information was good for you. I hope this was effective for you. And if you like our stuff, if you like our videos, make sure you subscribe and make sure to watch the rest of our videos. We have amazing stuff for you long distance runners here at Milestone Long Distance Running. And you will find a lot of very valuable information for you regarding fasting, regarding BCAA, regarding protein, regarding a lot of other things that are so important to make sure that you guys thrive and that you have a better endurance and you can run longer and faster. I'm Dr. Roy Gonig with the Milestone team. We'll see you in our next video.